Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know it's been a while, so I do apologize. As you can see, things are a little bit different. I'm actually on the road traveling again. I'm currently up in Lincolnshire, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. Having this procedure done hasn't stopped me from working or doing anything I got to do. I've been to California, Texas, up to Chicago a gazillion times, and no problems at all. Obviously, you want to be careful about what you eat still. I honestly truly think that if I were to eat something hard now, I would be totally fine. I do push my limits on occasion and eat some chips or crackers, and that doesn't seem to bother me too much. It's a different feeling than it was before, but when your mouth's all jacked up, everything feels differently than it did before because you're not in pain. And that's the positive thing here. But what I wanted to do is just jump in. I've had a few people ask how things were going. They're going great. I have no problems. None at all. As you can see, I still have nice pearly whites. I do drink a lot of coffee. Still smoke occasionally, so shame on me. But at the end of the day, the biggest part that I don't like has nothing to do with what Dr. O did, but it was simply the fact that on this far back bottom corner, this last implant didn't set into bone because I had some bone loss there. So it didn't set fully to the point where Dr. O or I felt confident that if we were to go ahead and put that in, that it would set properly. So what the decision was made was, let's go ahead and put the implant in all the way, torque it down as much as we can, and allow it to have some time for the tissue to heal very good around it. That way we can come back at a later date, put that post in, put the final prosthetic in, which is going to be zirconia, and hopefully everything's good by then. So on this next visit, they're actually going to come back. They're going to cut that gum spot open and put a cap in there and prepare it for that post when we come back in, I think it's the end of July is when they're supposed to have that final set, or August, I forget which one it is. End of July, beginning of August, sometime in there. But this next visit will be to put that cap in, take these out, and actually do a whole nother scan. And then they're going to 3D print what we hope to be the final version of what the zirconium will be. So it'll be another temp set, but it will be at the specs that I want for that final smile. And I'm pretty damn excited about that. I don't really have a problem with the shape or fit of what I have now. I would like to see maybe, a little bit more on the upper side, but that's just being picky. You know what I mean? But when you're spending this kind of money, you do want to be a little picky. But we'll see how things go. I'll be more than glad to share all that information with you when I come back on the 25th or 26th, somewhere in there when I got time to update you on what's going on. But other than that, I appreciate everybody checking in on me, see how things are going. I hope you guys are doing great as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. I do look at every one of them. I appreciate every one of you for checking in on me and seeing how things are going. And I truly encourage you, if you are on the fence and trying to figure out if this is something that you want to do, think about your health. What is your overall health worth to you? It's not a cheap process. There are financial organizations that the dentist does work with that can help get you set up on a management payment plan depending on what it is that you get done. Asking me how much it cost me is not going to do you a lot of good because all of our mouths are different. We all have different things that need to be done. It depends how many teeth are still left in your mouth if you're going to pull them all out. Do you want just a standard set of teeth which are going to look, identical to these? Or are you going to go with the premium zirconium upgrades like I'm going to go with? And to me, it was like, hey, if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Yes, it costs extra money. No, I didn't have it to spend, but I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it right. And I'm excited. I know the quality of life has gotten better. And I hope yours does too. So thanks for checking in. Leave me some comments, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Take care.